Reuters, 6 April 2023, Airbus will construct a new assembly facility in China as the economy improves. China exploits joint venture agreements to steal knowledge and technical procedures, and it is looking at ways to streamline the aircraft manufacturing process for the C919 jet aircraft. In response to domestic traffic levels returning to pre-pandemic levels, Europe's Airbus, AIR.PA, decided to establish a second Chinese manufacturing line on Thursday to increase capacity there and boost access to the second-largest aviation market in the world. The largest aircraft manufacturer in the world, which has surpassed Boeing as a supplier to China amid tensions between Washington and Beijing, also received permission to deliver 160 jets that had already been sold but could not get new contracts during a state visit by France. This recovery is extremely remarkable. During his first trip to China after the COVID-19 issue, Guillaume Faury, the chief executive of Airbus, told reporters, "We see very strong momentum." According to Airbus, during the next 2 decades, China's traffic will increase by 5.3% yearly, above the global average of 3.6%. Since 2008, the France-based company has been constructing its most popular A320 family aircraft outside Tianjin. With plans to increase monthly capacity to 6 this year, the current plant currently assembles 4 aircraft monthly using main components delivered from Europe and supplemented by a local supply chain. The new facility will increase that by 2, bringing the total number of Airbus production lines in use or planned across the globe to 10, including 4 in Germany, 2 in France, and 2 in the US. Except for a predecessor company's 1990s excursion into China, Boeing has pursued a different industrial strategy, concentrating assembly in 2 areas of the United States. Faury claimed that the expansion will support the European company's intentions to increase production of the single-aisle A320neo to 75 per month in 2026 from 45 at the end of 2022 and leave some surge capacity. Due to disruptions in global supply networks, the target has been delayed, but Airbus claims it is putting together a resilient system. The company's stock increased by more than 1%. Approvals of orders from Chinese clients. A separate framework, or General Terms Agreement, permits the supply of 160 Airbus-owned aircraft to China, including 10 A350s and 150 single-aisle planes. A day after Macron stated that Europe must resist cutting off trade and diplomatic ties with China in response to tensions between China and the West, Faury signed the agreements in front of reporters. However, given that a Macron office official had already stated that the trip wouldn't just involve repackaging announcements, some had expected more new business. On the sidelines of Macron's visit, according to industry sources, Airbus was negotiating new orders, however, no quick announcement was anticipated. During a November visit by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, China accepted existing agreements for 140 Airbus aircraft. Diplomats claim that big-ticket aircraft purchases are carefully bundled during such summits, but industry representatives insisted that there was no double counting between the 2 European visits. A person with extensive experience of previous China jet discussions claimed that part of it is diplomacy. The more that is declared for Europe, the more that is also a manner of sending a message to the Americans. China has often split its jet purchases between Airbus and Boeing. Still, due to trade or political tensions, business with the American aircraft manufacturer has drastically slowed recently. Plans for an assembly line in China will probably draw attention from India, a rising economic and strategic foe whose aviation minister last month urged Airbus and Boeing to establish local airliner production in response to record-breaking aircraft orders. In response to a question regarding the company's presence in India, Faury told Reuters in Beijing that Airbus had already heavily invested in establishing C-295 military transporter assembly in India.